as much, but at least there is some reliable engage for the shotgun you talked about earlier on.
It's just, when I look at KC, there's pretty long range. Both Unara has decent attack range.
Yeah, she does.
And you've got these.
I need to sneeze, and I need to see this gank happen as well at the same time. Let's see which comes first. It's an entrance. It's Targamas with the knock-up, and Kazi, he's going to ghost, but he has no flash from the previous play. Fleshy gets into the wall thanks to Yike. It's a hammer fest, and Kalist.
It's a difficult old time on both sides of the map, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks difficult top as well. You're right. Nucko, a wall, good buffer though. He sets up with the public execution, but Yike makes it so he goes nowhere.
Void grubs for a Unara plus, Rumble that can overheat on Tara. I'll say it again, I feel like Tara pushing when you have an early lead.
Out of misery, but the misery doesn't end there. Here's Yike with his flash up and available into a wall again. Bot lane just cannot breathe in Vitality.
4 times in this lane, I swear.
Kana has flash as well, by the way. He'll stop the back and solo kill Nucko. 2 in the ground for the top lane of Vitality.
And there will be first seed of Group A to verse the second of Group B. It's super easy. And Kalist, by the way, talk about easy. He just walks up, takes another plate, while Vladdy's going to do the same bot.
Guyak's going to potentially die here.
Sidestep, I think potential is going to turn into reality. No wall for you. Yike, again, he's everywhere this game as Lenses. His defense won't work. There's a sun turret in the way. First turret drops down.
They're piling on towards his mid lane alongside.
Maybe the other French can take control as Kalist. He's going to get ultied up, and there's a chance for Kazi to make it a dive. Nucko on turret, though. The Arc of Ruin slows them all down, and with his collapse, Targamas keeps him grounded. An ulti again from Bloody that keeps him standing, while Kalist sends out Ruin once more, but Linces looking for their first kill. So close on Bloody, so close on Kalist, so close on Targamas, but Vitality are still without a singular kill.
The team.
Unreal. He got it so early. He's now on a Zeal, and I'm talking about that. KC are taking yet another objective. I mean, they've taken 2 turrets so far. This is their first Dragon, but now look wave. But it does mean that with KC moving towards mid, with Herald getting a charge, it might not just be limited to 1. Look at where Kana is as well with the Weaver's Wall. That stops and holds the play for now. At 500 HP, the Herald's going to drop before getting mounted once again. And Kana doesn't come in for the flank, so it's simply the mid turret for now. Targamas gets tagged out, rather not. It was close. It looks like the height had a difference to that as KC back off.
I think about a bit of blessing disguise for Vitality because you don't want this.
Yeah, I don't know if you do. I'm thinking Lenses is ultied out. Yike is holding his, disengages. They're engaged, and with the quickness in, even though it looks okay for Vitality, they need to finish off the kills. Bloody looking for a road. He's got his ulti, he's got his flash. He'll walk on the footpath for now, because that's all he needs to do.
I don't know if Vitality a little bit, so they can't try and get to the turret and then backs on the way to keep himself safe. Again, this is what we're saying, like the spawns.
Now, Vitality are hoping this is a mega throw, but KC, it's hard to believe how that's going to work. Fleshy coming from a unique angle from the bot side, but Kana now coming in from top. Nucko's going to have to get an ulti of the gods. Fleshy is dying to a sun turret and an Azir. The all-in again. A wall presents itself and Lenses at half HP. Equalizer beautifully placed, and KC are running him down again. This time Targamas pops his own ulti and there will be no escape for Nucko. Drakehound step is still burning him down. The victory lettuce on the side will result of nothing of the sort. And this game in the toilet because Vitality have not been able to get any breathing room from the start to now. They got a singular kill, Dagda, but that's it.
They were trying desperately to do anything, and Karzi had to even flash into his death just to pick off Targamas at the end of that fight to make sure they got... I don't think you can give a team that is as good at team fighting as KC is Rumble, Azir, and Unara.
I mean, that is also very true. I look at left and I see Exodia. And I'm just like, hang on a minute. How did they get Azir, Rumble, Unara? And then Poppy against this comp also feels...
I think we should be valuing Azir just higher in general because of the way the region plays, and KC kind of correctly identified that in the draft.
Lenses is getting half HP by a Poppy. That's the state of the game right now. Round and round, Lenses ult sets up. The Arclight of Ruins there again. Beautiful engage. Targamas does it so easily with Rakan. Kalist chasing them down. He gets over the wall with an untouchable shadow. And Fleshy thinks he's out for now, even though the Arclight of Ruin's not aimed at his way to heal through. But Kalist is speeding down. Back again with Judgment. And Fleshy will be judged severely. Kill number 14. And this game getting closer to finally ending.
And Barrett isn't even up yet. They're just going to crack the base. It looks like here, although shy. Oh no.
Bloody clean as anything. What do I say at this point, Daka? What do I say? This game was a total and utter stomp. Nay, I won't even use the word stomp. This was a massacre. And Vitality need to bring out something either unique or simpler for game 2. Because right now, KC, give him best of one, right?
A man can dream.
A man can dream. True. You're going to have to really, really close your eyes and hope.
Yeah, for a man who has taken some criticism for how his early games have gone, I think it's nice to see him having a game and a performance like this now.
Bloody in, golden. That's the Sonya's. He's still tagged out. There's going to be a full-on dive, but there's no commit. Karsi doesn't want to go in because he's knows it's worthless. And Fleshy can't even get the engage off. Yikes stops him. Meanwhile, Targamas, this guy got his quickness on, his exhaust out, and Linces, he's not going to make it out. KC will run down, and in 25.5 minutes, Vitality get 19-1. Kazi sent back to base. And you know what? This is still one hell of a fast game. KC on the final Nexus turret, and Dagda, Vitality are just trying for kill number 2.
Absolutely insane. KC gonna get held up a second here, but should be fine.
It's a new wall. It's a new day. Yikes, Smurf. And that was not even close. That was destruction incarnate.
That's the way Vitality can win this series, but I think it's a good comp.
So look at it from KC's perspective. Your whole identity of your team comp is to find and dive the enemy backline. But are you diving the right?
On the lane that's pushing in, but Yike now has avoided this and actually gone for the gank.
Bloody has stun. There it is, and Chike won't be able to flash yet. Bolt breaker in. Chike flash, but it's going to be late matched out, and Yike turns it into a gank. I don't blame you. Flash, you're going to be using that one too with the Unsealed Spellbook. But maybe that's just for the next reset. Yike is giving attention though. That Vitality coming to contest, so he backs off. Bolt breakers over the wall. Dragon still didn't reset, so Linces, if he can hold this, is a nice leash.
Could have Kana TP down to this bottom side. Wouldn't mean that Karzi's the match, but he's in pretty strong position. Actually going to deny Karzi for being able to enter back into the lane.
Look at the burst. Oh my lord. Kana's level 7. Yes, Dragon's going down, but I'd be scared of them. That's now Kana joining into the fray. They really wanted to kill that Targamas guy.
They tried desperately to kill him, but weren't quite able to get it. It's a little funky though. You end up investing so much time onto the bottom side that Yike is getting a lead when it comes towards getting back onto the map quicker again and moving towards this top side, whereas Linces has a lot more time.
And now Linces' time going to be used wisely. Vladdy dead, he steps up at that last minute and he's punished for it.
So at this stage, Vitality have done enough pressure in the early game to try and avoid too much.
Oh, the flash knock back, beautifully done. KC bring 2 to the party up in top lane, they make it even. And Nuck goes wide, trying to get him off, but Kana still gets the follow up. And in the end, Yike takes the kill. Really slick movement from KC's duo.
Great insect by Kana and knocking them back straight into the hands of Yike. And this is what I'm saying, like, Yike wanted to be on this top side for his camps, but hang on, bot end.
Valkyrie's going to turn into a headbutt pulverize, and Fleshy waits for it, then pulls the unbreakable will out of the bucket. Jayek's there. A rune prison corrupts, and a flag, and Drag says, thank you, ma'am. Linces with a good knock-up, and he's there to receive.
So initially, it was a good response by KC to get the play on.
Slacking.
Like, movement speed is so broken.
Yeah.
Being slow is just going to be awful.
But once the auto goes through, it's unavoidable, much like this fight. All right, 5.5K, and already Vitality are just on the outskirts of it. Nuck coming in with a Maiden by his side, but Kana sits on the left, and now Yike does too. The explosive shock blast gets onto Nucker, but he draws in the Realm Orb as well. Yike flashes over the wall to get himself a Vault Breaker rather, and he gets out, but for Kana, as he gets low, Vitality's engage is good. They're playing at range, and they get themselves the beats. Linces engages a double knockup, and KC are losing the fight. The minefield out as Yike battles about, but Vitality will take 5 in the end. Total to the scoreboard, and the Herald will be theirs as well. This guy has hit.
I mean, he's a record for the most championships in a row.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's hit multiple championships, I should say, not just championships, plural. Sorry, Dacta. He's hit titles, many. Biggest thing is, he's now getting gapped. Look, here he's getting Linces, forces the flash out of Targamas. Yike here, but his Vault Breaker doesn't connect, and even though Kana's coming in, Shock Blast does not hit anyone. It's all for Dragon. Targamas is low, but Vitality backing out for now.
It's our Dragon if Vitality want to just end up leaving this, maybe you just look for a cheeky smite with Linces, but the top tower is being pushed by Nako. Mid tower, as he says, is being pushed by Karzi. Vitality are happy to give this, and this is what I'm talking about. Vitality don't have to take these fights if they don't feel like they've got a good window because of that early success they found with stealing these dragons.
That's an ingenious angle. He took the blast cone and Vladdy's like, wait, someone's coming. Sees the cow, but in the rear vision mirror, he's hitting 110. The engage, the unbreakable will, and Vladdy just has to stand there and take it. Fleshy's gonna die for it, but hey, worthwhile. Another turret, another kill, and where it counts, Vitality are really making the speed of this game go. Realm Warp it. Oh!
Okay.
The tag!
Turn over towards the Anakin.
Really?
To say that, it's Vitality who are starting it up. I'm kind of surprised. Like, you still have to get that push from Karzi in mid and then rotate him up.
There's a lot of damage. Maybe trying to draw Yike in with Karzi and Fleshy on the way up. It's still being channeled, like, Patience not dropped. On a ward now, they see 8k. And KC moving up. Kana's stuck under turret for the time being with the TP.
I think you want Vitality to just pull off this. Karzi wants to get more poke down before they fully commit to this. But now, half HP. KC going to try? It looks like... Actually, I think they're just happy for it to reset.
I mean, they look like, oh, Vitality, like, maybe we can keep it aggro. They pull off, you're right. But KC, I mean, it hasn't reset. It hasn't reset. Fleshy goes for an engage and fails. Meanwhile, top gets a little bit dangerous. Remember, no reset here. Yike comes in. There's the engage from Linces going deep. Vitality have to be careful how they cook as Targamas is set up in the ring field. The minefield flushes out, and now there's no field for him anymore. Yike is also caught with an ultimate that comes from Chayek from downtown. Nice Realm Warp while top lane is fighting. I thought it was sketchy for Vitality, but they pulled the trigger first.
Linces ends up jumping on towards Targamas, and Yike tries to help him. But there's just nowhere for the damage to follow. We'll catch it in the replay.
Something special here. Walking into Chayek, Targamas now going to deeply regret. Also, Callista's already a little bit low to start off the fight. Targamas gets out space, and with the TP coming in, he just gets solo killed by Chayek. This guy Tokyo drifts, and then he just wins the whole movie by himself. That's third dragon for Vitality, and he flies forward. Chayek feeling himself. Linces gets the engage, Karzi gets the kill, and Vitality are running KC down. The other French squad, they got too much praise from game one, and Vitality here to shut them up.
Vitality are determined to hit the postseason. Plays like that are class to see from the Vitality side. And the fact that Chayek just feels so confident to flash forward there, lock people up, knows you got Karzi in the back, and Fleshy to follow here
He's just walking under turret into a tippers. He doesn't care. Realm Warp going to be used. Fleshy has to use that unbreakable will, so I will say, even though they get out, it's a little bit dangerous for Vitality, but hell, why not? You're so far in the lead.
So you almost always guarantee that you have this mid push thanks to the Ziggs. And as well, he can always just roam slightly down onto this bottom side and have access to this entire bottom side to keep himself in check as well. And keep his top laner within range of that ultimate, so it's never a fair fight. And Nako doesn't realize on a ward though.
He does not, so Bloody gets a stun up, and with this duo, he should be dead. I mean, this is the mistake. He flashes over, gets out. Kana doesn't commit the flash yet, but hold on. Wait for the shock blast, and if there's enough damage is my first question. He flashes in. Kana shut down. Other people wouldn't commit for that, but they ain't come.
Maybe they... Actually, to be fair, I don't think the wave clear is good enough from KC to really deal with Vitality if they just set up the siege. So I think it's a good call from Vitality to just trade this bottom tier 1 for the potential top tier 2 here.
Yeah, right. And with Ziggs at this point in the game with 2 items, I feel like for Karzi, like, his wave clear is insane. They can push turrets that quick. Satchel takes it down. Inner for outer always worth. Kana's still getting this turret, but it's a TP flank. And Dagda, I mean, it's only one, but this is a sandwich.
But how many members of KC are going to be on this bottom side? Because I don't know if you're going to get outnumbered here as Vitality.
Realm Warp, Fleshy and Chayek come through. Linces from mid lane. KC turning this into a push. There's a Cataclysm on top of Kana. He sets it away with his hammer, but he's caught out. Chayek hits again. His rise is smooth, and it's a good punish from Vitality. Comes through in Vitality. There's been a couple of plays that have put gold back in KC's basket. But this Baron, once again... chicken skins in the game.
You wanted more animals.
I mean, I did want more animals, that's true. It's just strange that it sounds like a Gatling gunners. All right, let's lock in. 5 members of KC around the back of Dragon. This one's for Sol.
That ultimate is back up for Linces as well, so could end up making the pick here once again. Nako trying to see if he can get a flank and get access to Callista on that back line. Vitality are spread out, and KC need to go.
The wife set up there. I mean, the bottom wave's such an issue. Targamas coming in from an angle. Fleshy matches him straight away. Kana jumps on and they're like, okay, we'll hit the Alistar. But meanwhile, the peeled off a Dragon. It could just be free real estate. The smite down, Soul inbound, and Targamas now dropping to the ground. The Mega Inferno Bomb zones off the rest, and a 3-man Cataclysm from Linces will kill himself for it. But in the meanwhile, it keeps him busy. The wife in our picture-in-picture is pushing and pushing. What a lovely supportive wife that is. Inhibitor drops down while Fleshy takes care of business. And KC are slowly losing the game to an NPC.
Yike failed the Q over the wall, so couldn't get into the Dragon Pit. And now the Maiden is doing all the hard work for Vitality. It gets a Nexus turn.
Marry
and
that
Vitality
woman.
are still chasing Kalist.
Kalist is not going to win this either because Chayak is unstoppable. The base broken, a satchel charge helping, and Vitality, I'm sorry, I was not familiar with your game. Night and day from the start of this series. Vitality here to play is the Baroned up minions. Now with the Ziggs, I mean, the siege is just unbelievable when a Ziggs ahead. How do I step up? All those minions are dead, hang on. There's one minion, went over a minefield.
And now there's double super creeps on the bottom side,
dear.
so Vitality gonna go.
They're gonna lose this game ever so slowly. Fleshy with the 2-man knock up. Mega Inferno Bomb on Targamas. Tibbers comes out, but Flatty is now isolated. Kazi's just loving life right now. You gotta hear the comps of this one as the Realm Warp sends them in, and yeah, Nucko is gonna help with that as Chayak is just taking names. What a performance out of this blue man for game 2. As Kalista's the last to go. Everyone else lies deep in grave dirt. Nucko's the one who buried their graves. Last Nexus turret. And Dagda. You take 2 games as a sample size. Kalista's going to flash away and try and play this game a little bit longer. But in 32 minutes, Vitality are back. And they kick Na'Vi in the damn teeth in this second game.
Engage, but it's mostly gone. Blitz may be the option. Okay.
He does it too, but that guy, he uses a puddle to even go in, which means an Orianna ball.
Gonna start to creep on in here. Knows his award in his own tri-brush, so not sure if he's just trying to sneak around and to make a play on the bottom side. So yeah, he is. Will be spot out. Great play here from Yike, though. Ends up moving around to spot out this.
Second fiddle might work out. The pillar's up onto Targamas. He flashes away though, and the Ghost Water Tide matches. Targamas dead. For Yike can join in. He flashes. He bongs, but Fletchy, even on vision, is not going to be able to heal up. And exactly because of that, Cliff picks up the kill in response. A 1-for-1 bot to open up.
And doesn't have on the hunt. Was popped already. So for KC, little dicey.
It is a bit, especially since Chayak just got his shockwave back up and available now. KC burning the Midnight Oil with their health bar. Kazi doesn't get a root in, but Dragon now at 2k, and we see that Nucko has to back away, so his TP will be late even if it comes in. There's the first Dragon of the game. Teleport late. It's on the left-hand side of your screen. Nucko joins in, and the Ghostwater Tide is nice, but the setup from Bloody's even nicer. Yike with the Cyclone, and Kazi flashes forward. The feathers go out, but what is he going to do? Shockwave brings him in, but I think Kana was better. Linton's isolated by himself, taking the fight, flashes out and says, no, that was not right. Now Bloody for another Justice Punch. He doesn't take it in the end, but KC, I mean, look at top, like, Nucko can't join in. He's getting chunked out by Kana every which way by this 20 CS lead Nah, who's happy to chill in the 1v1. Lince's coming in looking for a steal, but the eye is going to expose, move down to 1k, and the attempt on Kana. Chayak is going to shockwave Kana. He's not going to go flash, and he's dead, so good opportunity. Eye does go to KC in the meantime, but Yike has a way out of here. All he has to do is clone through his lenses, walks it out. A kill for the Herald, that's going to be the trade.
KC still moving up towards his top side. If Vitality can continue to look for some picks, maybe it can work out. But again, it's very slow, and you've got Rift Herald that can blow up in that midway.
Ball out, hang on. Flatty, he's going to take damage here. Flash and Natopa strikes are hitting. Goes back in, the flash match, and Nucko looking at a solo kill. The sidestep huge. Flatty still slow. Another Natopa, another one. And yeah, that's Cassandre for you. And solo kill with Nucko brings you some hope for Vitality.
I thought the phase rush on Galio might have been enough for him to escape. But Nucko just about able to catch him in the end, and now Vitality move over towards the objective. Nucko needs to reset. Dragon going down fast, and KC going to give.
And having that TP advantage, I mean, and not having Vladdy for another 15 seconds, Dragon is a good take. Vitality 1 on the board, and Nucko, meanwhile, with the 2 grubs, is doing some good damage to the turret ever so slowly.
So this is, again, Vitality kind of getting some of these picks, and this is not the best position for them with the
Yike just jumped in. The feathers fly. Doesn't get a root down. The Herald comes in. 2-man shockwave. Yike, that's the real deal. Another dissonance, and he's dead. Dead from below, flashed away from. Fleshy will not get a reset on the ulti as Vitality managed to defend. The Herald not getting a charge either.
Lince is able to stop that Herald getting the charge thanks to the Trundle Pillar. Big wins for Vitality in the last couple of passages played.
There's a big if, isn't there? It is a Cassante. He's got resistances. They're bringing in 4, the big guns for Nucko. Okay, Wukong is helping. Here's Kana. Now maybe enough. Unstoppable for now, and yes, Cassante will die. Nucko down, and KC do commit, but first turret of the game goes
the
to
Trundle tower killing pressure to at least get the first one on the top side. But Adakan is still about to spawn. You can see immediately Yike is going to turn on to that. So there we go. This is the reason you don't want to leave Trundle alone in the side lane for too long.
True.
But it's matched 2 for 2 on towers, but Adakan is going to just die to Yike. So overall, KC going to win out on this one.
100%. As you keep telling me, as I keep repeating to everyone, that 3,000 gold or thereabouts for Adakan. That's significant. And moving down, Fleshy just going to spot this out that this is happening, but at 4K, it's way too late. Adakan goes down. Vitality going to try and make a move for mid lane turret, but Vladdy can defend this. He can get a shielded around under turret, get turret aggro onto Kazi. Even though Lince's ult in the end, Vladdy's buying time. Yes, he will go down, but as Kazi steps up, KC are on the way. Fleshy, good defense, and the bone skill probably scared KC away. So Vitality, but I regather them. I've got a bag of marbles.
Oh, we're fighting for this dragon.
We should. Let's unleash. Fleshy bone skewer not going to connect. Bloody came in and Lince has already flashed away, but it's doomed. Vitality lose their jungle at the start of the fight. Nucko has the flash as well. The fight's so scattered, and Bloody just showed up and said bet. Fleshy with a good bone skewer. Flash away from Targamas, but they need more. Shockwave is available still, and you're right, Kana and Meganar flash. No, not needed, and Meganar now runs out.
Vitality trying to push in on the mid wave. KC looking to defend as they take it, but Karzi a little bit forward.
He's autoed down with the flicker blade. You talking about the bone skewer in, but Callista's walking up. He doesn't care. Boomerang out as well. The feathers will fly, but Karzi can't rejoin. Vladdy runs in. The angle's not right for the pullback, and eventually, even though it works, KC, a big win. The Chemtech Drake, and the fight seems to be going their way, is under the turret. Chayak, his back will be stopped.
KC are struggling to lock people down after Yike and Kana have kind of run out of their ultimates. And wait
another fight. Nucko at half HP. They're going to fight again. Okay, Vitality, if it doesn't work, do it again. There's the all-out onto Targamas, dead in an instant. Targamas is now gone, so there's no enchanter, but Kalist doesn't care. He still steps up, but hang on, maybe he should. Lince is running in. There's an ulti from Bloody defensively. The Galio's now down. He's got no mana. Yike flashed on. A bone skewer. Fletchy brings it in. Death from below. Gets the reset. And are we going again? No. Yike is just dropping cards. He's just ordering Kana. Is going into Meganar Dagda. Vitality are just going in and in, and KC are like, okay, we'll do the same thing. There, right in front of Kalist backing. That's really nice. They're going to see the 80 carry moving away. Vitality starting the fight. Callista's gone. Callista's gone. Yike exposed and Lince is hitting away. Shockwave brings in 2 with a fake clone, but Yike, there's a pillar in the way. He has to go back in, but Double Cyclone now down. That ward may have won Vitality the game, or at least put them into a position of power. Vladdy ulted in to die. Tiger was pulled back in, and again, that pike finds a pick of legends. Kana's in the side lane trying to get some gold back, but Vitality just killed 3.
The fact that that ward spotted Kalist backing was a catalyst for everything. Baron will go to Vitality, but Kana, can he be stopped? Nucko doesn't have anything, but eventually he will have to run away. The base is cracked, but Baron is taken. It's blow for blow here between KC and Vitality.
Going towards bot immediately, but the back with Baron's going to be swift. 35 seconds on the next flick in some of the plays, but as we get a TP in, it's Dragon time, and everyone's up from KC, but no heroic entrance. Cyclone just came up about now. Mega Namba is worth looking at as Vitality start the Dragon.
Karzi soloing it and spotted. He's caught in the pit now.
But he's got no Mega Namba. He's just going to be an Autobot for now. Nucko happy to face check. Vitality to beat KC, to beat the 3-0 team. It comes down to this, and Karzi steps up, already does so much damage, but Kalist auto-attacking with a good shield. Durant from Blighty, Justice Punch doesn't work, and Fleshy wants to reset with the boomerang blow. Kalist hurts like hell. And that guy at full HP with an Enchanter is worth stopping. But if they can, Vitality just
he has the ultimate to get back in.
Vitality,
get in.
They're on the Scuttle Ward, so it's very obvious what the HP is. Yike for an angle here with Smite up and available at 5k. The root for the Feathers and the Smite. Valentis comes in, but the engage sets up the Bloody into the back. Double Cyclone as well. The fight's all over the place as Jake has to run for his life. Kalist does die though. Kalist does die. The raid boss is down while the Dragon Flip comes in, and Nucko gets it. Nucko wackos them. Death from below. Bone Skewer. We're doing it again. It's a clone, but Vitality have blown KC out with Nucko pressing the Q button.
Operation Assassinate Kalist was a goal from Vitality, and they want to keep it going. Lindsay's on the push, but KC, they're looking to turn.
Lindsay went a bit deep. He went a bit deep, and now that his pillar's down, the chase is hard. Kana is going to hop, but he doesn't get a double hop. So Lindsay survives away from him a little bit. Infinity Edge now picked up the Kalist, who got caught out in the last fight, but there's a 3-item Karzi now. Chai. We got a Baron in 2 minutes 12. This game's still yet to be decided.
No wave in mid means that you're going to see Vitality try and congregate on this bottom side. Immediately onto Kalist.
And they've got Vladdy's ult out for it as well. The Bone Skewer's going to come on in. There's a Justice Punch. Vladdy jumping in. He found an isolated target, but it's only on lenses. He's popped his subjugate, but it won't be enough. He's sent into the wall, and he is sent packing. Kana for the chase with a boomerang to come on back, and with that slow, Chayak gets flashed on, gets hypered up. Dissonance won't be enough. Kana on the hunt. This Orianna that could is no more. 2 in the bag, and KC down outside of that Ghostwater dive. The level 11 Pyke needs a pick of a miracle, but it's hard against KC when they know they need to get in. Yike is looking for a steal, but Kalist won't be here for the fight. Dragon will go down, but look again. TP committed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's down. Baron and a shockwave. No Meganar. Nucko pushes them into the wall and kisses them together. Kana's going to go Mega, but where is he in the fight? He's running for his life. Cyclone's now down, and now that Kalist is here, Vitality move ground. Vladdy joins in as well, but he's going to get sandwiched. He's going to get hit by a ball. And Orianna, who tries to find them all, but only one for now. Vladdy's damage is good. Running for his life. The fight on the back end dangerous as well as Fleshy's caught out and dead to Kana. Vitality in a choke. Let the feathers out. Vladdy goes golden. Oh no! KC running amok. Vladdy running up. Karzi's big, but Kalist. Where is Kalist?
He's dead. He's gone.
He's gone. I just saw Kalist disappear in front of my eyes. I thought, where is... What I said, which goal doesn't matter too much, but now there's a crucial lead that is leading to...
And maybe they could get that quick play, but just the wrong target in the middle of everyone there. And now Vitality still stepping forward. This pillar could be pretty big here.
It's a big pillar. It's on to 3. It's Kalist who's front-lining. Vladdy protects him for now. The heroic entrance knife, but look, Cassante on Kalist, trying, Nucko trying, gets the GA, while the rest of Vitality are here to stay. Lintus in the way, and Targamas Vladdy can't get in the fight. Kana's got no Meganar. Strong like a bee, I hear it buzzing for me. Kana running and trying to save this game, but I think it's done with a Meganar out and Vladdy, who did a weird TP to save his top laner. KC are raw.
Vladdy just wants to cut the wave. He's trying to buy enough time so then he can respawn. And I think he just got it. There is no wave in mid. There is no wave bot or top.
Wrong.
Vitality don't have any way to get through these structures.
That's why we work in pairs. Dagged a good catch on that one as well. So Vladdy's TP for a 55-second death time. It does feel like it's worth it then. Nucko's going to go back, so the game goes on. And yeah, maybe that TP was just the savior of a lifetime here as Vitality. They're winning fights. They're going big. Linz is going to try and tank this one up so they can run on in. No, he's not. He's like, no, forget it. Members are coming up. I'm not risking it. TP going to be burned. Vitality, 5-man strong mid.
The 5v4 will have to come through. They should be able to get this. Maybe they back away, but Vitality, they want to just go for the end. Kana still in 16 seconds time.
But Kalist is up. Kalist for the wave cleave. Kalist survives. It's okay, but yike. Cyclone defensively. Look at the boomerang. Look at the boomerang. Vitality, be careful. Kalist sends it out. The wave is now gone, but they run forward. Karzi makes him his little prince. Kalist sent him to the ground.
flawless run.